funny. Funny.
Who's New Age Marge Simpson? What?
Joy from Pixar's
Oh,
the Emotion movie. What's that movie called?
the Emoji movie.
No. A movie about emotions. What's
Yeah,
that movie called?
that's the Emoji movie. Right?
Yeah, the Emoji movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely. That was the Emoji movie with anger and joy and sadness. Good film. Good film. Excellent film. Everybody likes that. One person watching and only one person liking. That's great. That's great. That's really good. 2 people watching, 2 people liked. What great rates. 6 Feet Thunder. Good evening, Leafblade Mouse. Off from your debut on the Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia talk show circuit. Everybody can check out Leafblade Mouse's stunning insights at the Raw Live podcast. The live stream. Tree Void's here. Tree Void also has a show. The Void Hour. Summon Biscuits may or may not have a show. I don't know. Rogue Sin definitely has lots of shows. Tonight's going to be a great episode because I got the COVID, so it's pretty much delusional at this point. I think that's is that a symptom of COVID?
Maybe.
Delusions?
Are you actually?
Delusional?
Yeah, are you actually?
Am I actually delusional or do I actually have COVID?
Delusional?
I don't maybe. I mean, do you know if you're delusional?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, if you have to guess, chances are you are.
I would think if you are delusional, if you're asking if you're delusional, you're probably not delusional.
No, that's dumb.
Well, real delusional people think it's really happening, right? Like, if there are spiders, I'm not saying there are spiders crawling on me. I'm saying, are there spiders crawling on me? That's different, right?
No, it's like saying, am I drunk or am I high?
Yeah. No,
right?
no.
Like, you don't know if you are. Dude.
Yeah, but if you are drunk, you don't say, am I drunk? You say, I'm not drunk, right? If you're high, you don't say, am I high yet? No, well, you might, okay. Marijuana is its own thing. But, woo! Hey, Eamon's here, Martyr's here, Livestream Defo Raw Life is here, The Pawns, hey, is here, Sysis is here, the Brain Fog, got the Brain Frog, Frog is here, Excalibur is here, Excalibur getting some mad hits on the YouTube, doing good job on the YouTube, shout out to Excalibur. Hey, the Crystal Chronicles podcast is live, everybody. You should tune into that. I bet that's going to be good. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the bits. Woo! Check out the Worry Chad talk show hour. You can see that under a rock outside. Enjoy. Hey, how many subs to do something tonight? Who knows? Every sub, I'll write something on my arm. Isn't that what those thoughts do in the hot tub streams?
Why are you pretending you don't know? You clearly watch these streams, and you're very familiar with the concept.
I don't understand it. I have, in fact, seen it. I'm like, why is this person writing on themselves? Whatever. Sometimes you gotta dig in the weeds to understand the evils of our age. Listen, I'm not saying if you spend all your money on Twitch thoughts and hot tubs that you're a bad person. Spend your money the way you want. Shelf of bathwater. I don't remember the last time I've taken a bath. Like a bathing, like a bath, like in a bathtub. Like I take showers daily, sometimes more than once a day.
You know,
money.
I recently was researching this subject. Damn, Mark, are you sure you can do the show tonight?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm good.
I recently researched this subject because I was looking into taking baths again too.
Yeah,
and
gross.
Apparently one of the reasons men tend to take less baths is because we can't fully unfurl in the bathtub like most women can. Most bathtubs are not made for full man size.
Yes, my package is so big that I need to be standing in the shower to really get everything clean. That is true.
So
that
like
is
in
true.
a typical bathtub, your knees are either like curled up or like your feet and head are poking out of the water, and that's just not as comfortable.
No, I get it. I get it. My wife hates baths, so I am a full-size man, and I love a nice king bath.
Yeah, but I don't, like at least in LA here, like it's really difficult to get such a big bath. I don't know, like if the houses are bigger out there and it's easier to get like bigger like king size baths. Like the fact that you have to specify king size bath is kind of ridiculous already.
100% leaf blade. 100%. No, we have 4 bathrooms in our house. Yeah, we have 4 bathrooms. 2 are half baths, so they just have toilets and vanities. 1 bathroom with a bathtub and shower. 1 bathroom does not. Our bathroom, the master, does not have a bathtub. It just has a big walk-in shower. So, yeah. The last house I lived in did not have a shower. Or did not have a bathtub, I mean. Yeah, I don't know. I meant king bath, not king barth. Oof. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? Oh, hold on. Give me a minute. Let's get the stuff out. Ready? Woo. Got a lot of phlegm. Yeah, so I do have the COVID, but the problem is I always have sinus issues this time of year. And so I've been having the same kind of sinus issues that I always have. Congestion, just sinus drainage. So completely unaware of the COVID. Which is running rampant through my house. And probably forever now. That's the problem of having kids. Once you have something like this, you just never leaves. You're just always sick forever now. Passing along like little petri dishes. Yelling, wash your hands 400 times a day.
Oh, the other thing I learned, I didn't know this until this year when I was looking at baths, is that you're supposed to shower after a bath because baths aren't sanitary.
Because baths are gross? Yeah.
Right. So you're not supposed to take a bath to get clean. It's kind of like when you go to the... It's kind of like I remember like Japanese bathing things where you're supposed to like shower first, then get into the bath or something. So like I brought this up with my coworkers. I'm the only male in my office, and then I was saying like I don't feel like you get clean after baths, and they're like you're supposed to shower after you bathe. And
just
I was
waste water.
I was just like, what
definitely.
the fuck? I was like, wait,
definitely.
Like this is common knowledge. You're supposed to take a bath then shower afterwards. Like what the fuck is the point? But anyways, there's just a lot of reasons why men don't tend to bathe. Apparently. That's gross. Why? Yeah, just waste water and time.
Yeah, it's so gross. Super gross. Excalibur says in Asia it's hot and humid. I assume in all of Asia, year round. So we shower like twice a day, every day. Woo!
I thought Excalibur was like Canadian or something.
Yeah, East Canadian Asian. Yeah, what's the Canada of Asia? Russia? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be right. Redbeard is here. Fade into Gaming is here. Indolent Lard says, hey, Indolent Lard, if you shower 3 times a day, make sure you're using some type of lotion. You don't want to dry your skin out.
Yeah, I don't think that's healthy to shower 3 times a day. I'm pretty fucking sure that's not.
You should not wash your hair every day. I know that's bad. Like using shampoo in your hair every day, that's real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3-4 times a week. I use like this conditioner stuff every year from Dr. Squatch. Yeah, gotta use lotion. You gotta lotion. Even if you're white like me, you can get ashy. You just can't see it. So, gotta lotion. Yeah, Redbeard probably doesn't shower 3 times a week. So, Indolent Lard asks, is there going to be a sub goal for Blue Ash? I don't know. Indolent Lard, throw out a number. If you don't know, I hate Ash. I'm not sure that I have her LD or do not have her LD. I'm not 100% on whether I have her LD or not. We'll find out here in a minute. But yeah, how many subs to get me to blue her armor? Give me showers of bath reskin. Give me everybody's in Asia. It's a good place to be. Give me a number. Give me a number and we'll start the show. Throw out a number. What's a reasonable number of subs to blue Ash? Ash is trash. I have a little mnemonic for that. 40. Okay, 40 subs, memberships. 50, 12. Am I like taking the mean of that number? 12, 40, 50, 30. So add those numbers up and divide by 4. What do we got? That's 90, 102, 130. Okay, 36.8. There we go. I like it. 36.8 subs. Exactly, and I will blue Ash's armor. Very good, very good. All right, hey, let's start the show. Okay, I think we got a good group here. Deep breaths. Probably gonna cough a lot, so sorry about that. I got some cough drops, and I have a cough button if I remember to use it. But yeah, that's a good set. The music stopped. That means we can start the show in, let's say, 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome everyone to episode 100. Wow. They really screwed up my thing here. There we go. Welcome. Let's try that again. Welcome to episode 204 of the Crystal Chronicles, your Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. I'm your host, Mark. Live from quarantine. Finally got the COVID. Now I know what all you kids are talking about. I'm a little late to the party, but finally down with the COVID. Been great. Preschool COVID's been nice. We've been so busy this summer. It's just been nice to be home, relax, be sick for a few days, catch up on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, including game update, including Dare to Defy. I've caught up on Dare to Defy, all 5 levels thus far complete, including my Blue Gin. Very, very exciting. But I'm not by myself. I'm with my good friend and yours. That is Mino Spellgood. Mino, how you doing?
Dying, Mark. I'm old. I got new pillows and a new mattress. And after the first night, my fucking shoulders and
Oh
neck are
yeah.
killing me. Holy fuck, man! I hate being old.
Yeah. You got to break in that stuff.
Yeah,
Can
I
I?
googled it. I think it takes like 30 to 90
Yeah.
days. They
Yeah.
fucking said, like, holy
Takes a
shit.
while.
So like,
Uh,
you don't even know if the mattress is good for you until
right.
like you're a few
No,
months
right.
in.
Until you can't return it anymore. That's how they get you. What kind of? Can I ask what kind of mattress and what kind of pillow you got?
Shit, I don't know off the top of my head. Off of Amazon, I just looked
Mm.
for like, I googled like best pillow for side sleeves or some
Ooh.
shit because I need that support because uh
Did you
do
get
you
one of
sleep on your
those?
side? Do you sleep
Yeah,
on your side?
I do sleep on my side. Did you get one of those square pillows? That's what I'm thinking about upgrading to next. They're like those cube pillows you see on the TV.
I did not. If you get those, let me know because I was debating that. But then when I did my search for pillows, I needed a pillow fast.
Yeah,
Uh, Amazon threw me
got you a nice pillow.
well, they threw me what do they call it? They said something like a hotel grade pillow or some shit
Ooh,
like that. Uh, but it's soft. I feel like I don't know, man.
yeah,
It's any new
yeah.
thing is gonna hurt your body. It's gonna fuck it up.
Well, I've had a My Pillow for some time, but as we know, I cannot I don't feel like I got to burn it or throw it away. Like it's a good pillow, but I will not be buying another My Pillow for the reasons that I probably don't need to state because of Looney Tunes. So we're not supporting that, but I am interested in that square pillow perchance. I also have a ghost mattress. And I really like that. My wife is never happy with any mattress we've ever had, and I have several mattresses since we've been together. So yeah, yeah, she's we even had one of those fancy Sleep Number kind of mattresses, where you can have the different like adjustable. Yeah, she did not like that ever. So
I got
uh
a I had a Casper mattress and I didn't like that much. I don't know if people have experience with that. That one
yeah,
was
Casper and Ghost, similar company. Yeah,
oh, are they? And did
yeah.
you like it? Because mine's was too they say it's memory foam, but it was way too tough.
Yeah, no, I like mine a lot. Fade into Gaming's talking about the purple mattress. I think I would try one of those too. But hey, this is not brought to you by Ghost, Casper, Purple, My Pillow, whatever that square pillow is called, probably Square Pillow. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped, our friends at Manscaped. Remember, Manscaped, your balls will thank you. I was wearing that shirt earlier today. The boys laughing hysterically the entire day. My wife hates that t-shirt. It got covered in cat hair because I grabbed the cat as she was about to puke on the carpet. So now I am wearing my Furion t-shirt. Also not sponsored by Furion, but Manscaped, our friends at Manscaped, www.manscaped.com for all your personal grooming needs. Because when you get out of the bath and then you take a shower, sometimes you need to lotion up, you need to spritz some stuff, you need to feel good about yourself, you need to just trim or tuck a little bit here and there. That's what Manscaped's all about, making you feel like the best you. So you can go out and seize the day, or you can just feel good about yourself sitting in your basement during quarantine. Hey, it's 2022. You live your life. Go to manscaped.com to figure that out. TCC POD at checkout for 20% off your entire order. Let's get to the news of the day. Hey, but before the show, they did say they want me to blue Ash's armor on stream. Ash is trash. I hate Ash. She's my least favorite Final Fantasy character. I hate her in this game forever and ever and ever. But I don't even know if I have her LD. But I will blue her armor for 36.8 subs or membership. So you can like, you can sub, you can follow, become a member on YouTube, gift a member, super chat, whatever. Gift subscribers on Twitch. 36.8. I'll blue Ash. And hey, I may even pull on this banner because I am interested in somebody else. Now, there's a known bug, and I just think it's a textual thing. Known issues if you check this out. A portion of the realization effect and limit break effect description for Xdeath's realized BT weapon is inconsistent with the in-game behavior. So as I read that, basically it's just a text issue. What the text says and what the actual thing does is different. Correct, Mino? Do you have any follow
Oh,
up on that?
no, I didn't look into it, but that's basically what it sounds like.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything like broken with. If anybody, we got some. I mean, Tree Void's here. I think I don't know if Blart's here. We got some X Death fanboys. So is X Death working correctly? And this is just a text issue, like anybody reads the in-game descriptions. That's why we have TonberryTroupe.com. We don't read the in-game descriptions. Come on, game. But for those of you who do, there might be something wrong with that. We also got some repeat costumes, including X Death. And I cannot remember for the life of me, Mino, did we already get this Charlotta costume?
Yeah, we got it early. Okay. It debuted here in JP, but we got it her last tuning pass, which I forget when it was. I want to say during garbage time, right? Fuck.
So it is new to me, but it's probably not new to the game. So there's no new costumes besides the Terror costume we did get last week. That is our new costume this month. Tree Void says X Death is working correctly, unfortunately. Such is the way. But we love Charlotta's costume. Makes her look like less of a furry freak. I even took the bow out of her hair because I don't know. I didn't. That's a thing you can do. You can just remove her bows. No bows. I don't need any bows. Yes, came with the LD. Yep. And I think that's the news of the day. No rewards, nothing else. We should be having one more event before we get the Squex community mobile stream. So let's get into the actual content. The first thing to talk about is Dimensions and Entropy Transcendence Tier 10. This brought us a number of characters that got their boosts and also a new BT and FR. The new characters, or the updated characters, we didn't get any new characters, are Yida, Aphmau, and X Death. So just to break down those three characters very quickly, they all got their C90s. X Death got his BT+. If you're not familiar with Yida, she is a melee attacker. She has that ability where she can take extra turns, free turns after a break, which paired with Sephiroth means she can pretty much take unlimited extra turns. She can do some big HP damage with her LD and such, and her EX now. But the big thing is the Yida combo, which is horrible, and I hate it, and you should never do it. But some people still do. So God bless them. We also got Aphmau. She is a Link support character. She is a battery healer. She has debuff evasion. She does both types of damage, melee and magic. She also has some turn manipulation in her kit, a solid turn manipulating supporter. Obviously, Aphmau and Sid Reigns were a big pair back in the day. I'm not sure that transitions to Sid Reigns' BTFR era, but who knows? A solid support character if you're looking to do that. They are both fists, so if you're working on that ultimate weapon fist for Tifa, hey, you can take advantage of that now with Aphmau and Yida. And then X Death is the true damage gravity debuffer who does some HP damage mitigation and does that fun HP poison with his BT effect. Now his BT effect is, I think, up to 6 turns, and he can do it twice technically if you use his BT phase, so that does make him a little funner, I guess, because it's a little bit longer, but probably not enough to make up for the fact that it's FR era, and the damage needs to be a lot higher than it is. But I have not been using him, so I can't tell you how great he is. But all of them have been solid characters. They get the upgrades they need to be here and there. Obviously, they're not big changes with the FRs, just more dumps, more damage, more ability to use C90 weapons. Me know anything about these three updated characters?
Just a reminder that XF's HP poison doesn't scale with FR force time, so
no. It's real bad. That's real bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real bad.
There's like no reason to take him over a follow-up character at this point.
No, it is sad because there are so many other characters that it would be really cool, right, if you could manipulate his true damage, poison, HP poison with the like Fujin, like I did on that would be number 4, right? Or the last one, whatever the number 4, Dare to Defy 4, where I brought all off turn damage. You can get that number up real big, and so when you're doing your 5 follow up attacks, you're doing a lot of crazy damage. But he is not. Anything else about so Exodus sad, and all the people who like him are sad, including Tree Void and Blartanian. Anything about Aphma and Yida? Have you had a chance to use them or?
Yeah, their damage is up. Nothing really significant to say. I said in the beginning when Dare to Defy came out that, I'll be taking a closer look at these returning characters. Yeah, that did not turn out to be true at all.
just whatever one I need to fill in that I have an ultimate weapon for, like Furion. That's why I brought Furion. That's why I'm wearing my Furion shirt, because I brought Furion. Don't even have his BT plus, but I fit him in. I figure, hey, he'll take a little bit extra damage here. Make it happen. Hey, but we did get a new weapon, actually 2 new weapons in Charlotta's kit. Charlotta's always been a really solid character, support character, battery character, healer, gravity damage, big nuke in her skill 2, which you almost never press now because she's got an LD with an upgraded HP attack. Now she gets a BT, which is really her bread and butter here in her upgrade. BT does Brave Regen, Brave Gains up, HP damage up, HP cap up, overflow, all the good stuff for your support characters. And she gets that for a full 10 turns, which is really nice. Of course, as a support character, you want those long burst phases or burst effects. And then she gets the Crystal Dice, which is a fun little FR animation with her and Kate Sith. Mino, what is the reason Kate Sith and Charlotta are paired together in this way? What's the lore?
Fuck. I forgot. We didn't do this bit the last 2 weeks, so I wasn't sure if we were still doing it. So I don't have it. I don't fucking have it. But the actual reason, the non-troll reason, is Charlotta transforms into a black cat, and I guess Kate's a fucking black cat. So there you go.
Yeah, they are both cats. They were both cats. There you go. That's very. They're both vats. Wah! No, they're both cats. Simple enough. Sometimes it's simple. I'm going to be excited to hear what you say about Reno and Kistis. But her FR charge is based on using a transformed Brave and HP attack. So anybody who uses a transformed Brave or HP attack, it ups it by 40%. Before you think, oh man, I gotta do a lot of team building, like everybody and their mom has a transformed HP attack. Like very few people have straight ass HP attacks. Like it's always HP plus, HP plus plus, HP plus, like all that counts. Like anything that's not your original blue HP attack, I believe counts in my playing with it. So, Satan is also a cat. I don't think so. Well, that's for another episode. And it gets an additional 20% up if she batteries the party. So basically, if she is using her transformed attack and battering the party, it gets up by 60. Otherwise, you're doing it. So it's not the best of the FRs, but it's not a terrible FR. It's getting a pretty good damage boost here and there compared to some other ones that are kind of stinkers. But you are really bringing her for the support. Again, originally her skill 2 was kind of the big nuke button, but her LD, which transforms her HP plus even more into Chuck Staff, holds a whole bunch of Brave, and can hold a lot of Brave. And so that can be used kind of as her big attack button. So you can build that Brave up and just chuck the staff and do these huge numbers. All while, battering the party, all while healing, having, she can spam her turns and take free turns, consecutive turns if you're trying to do that. So she is really a great character. I probably rated her a little bit lower than I should have, but there are a lot of good supports out there as well. So I like her. I think she's been a solid character. She continues to be a solid support. Mino, what are your thoughts on Charlotta?
I quite like her kit. The FR condition is interesting. I remember discussing with BC a while back, and I really like. I think the modified HP Brave attacks is a very good condition. That's a sweet
Yeah,
spot because enough people have it
yeah,
that it's not like a huge pain to build around, but also not enough people have it, so you kind of have to think about who you bring. I think like I want to say the split's probably 50-50, if that, in the roster. So there's some good consideration with it, but a lot of flexibility. So I'm a big fan of the condition, and I think it's like 40% or something. So it's quite a good one. Um, this is the whole store, her overhead where she stores Brave in her staff. That uh, it makes so much sense now. Back then,
yeah,
people saw it as overkill because we didn't have the insane battery reductions and things like that, and it just makes so much more sense now that we're in Shinryu, and she's just such a great neutral character, and we're starting to see that more. We got an early taste of an elemental lockout fight, right, with the red comet. We got
yeah,
an early taste of that, whereas like it becomes kind of common in the future where unless you're using one element, you're hitting for ones all the time. And Charlotta is your best bet in the near future to counteract that because of her gravity shaving, which is very, very good and practically on demand, and her insane batteries and hold storing all the Brave in there as well. So I think if you really want to lessen your pulls, Charlotta is a very good pickup because she will battery. We all know that battery can bypass a lot of Brave damage reduction, and we're going to see a lot of Brave damage reduction. So if you don't want to
yeah,
pull like elemental characters and enchanters and stuff for these fights in the future, Charlotta is definitely a backdoor method to getting around that and being able to use dumb shit, right? Like people have used Charlotta with Cam on say like ice immune fights, etc., like that. so
yeah,
so like I think it's really good. And again, don't forget her insane battery, her basically true damage, and her gravity shaving, which is just so good. But also, I don't know, it's just like if you do want a battery past mechanics, this is the character to do it.
It is important to note because when she uses her LD, she drops the Brave. She
Yeah.
expands her, dumps her Brave.
Right. Yeah.
But you can press LD multiple times and build up her HP attacks.
Yeah.
So you can have more than three charges of Chuck Staff moving into like FR phase or something if that's how you want to play.
Yeah.
So you're not dropping her Brave in the middle of FR phase. So yeah, she's pretty good. And as I think Sinewave or somebody said, even her bad skill 2 now used to be her most powerful attack. It's still really pretty good button to hit.
Yeah, still
There's
really
not a lot of bad
strong.
buttons to hit. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
not a lot of bad buttons to hit.
I don't like the S1, but I guess it's a gauge charger, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can. It's always nice to have a button that charges the gauge, that batteries the party, that can give you consecutive free turns to manipulate turns. I mean, right, it's nice to have that option, I think, in her kit.
Zamboni driver's asking, does she dump that overhead when she uses Chuck's staff?
No,
Okay, all right.
no, she retains it until she uses her LD again, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. But I'm
Yep.
gonna be honest, a lot of us Charlotta players were just pressing buttons at some point.
Yeah, I believe the doesn't consume held Brave. Well, I thought the LD cancels it, but maybe it doesn't.
Something cancels it.
Something cancels it. Something brings it down to 0. I don't
This is
know.
what Tonberry Troupe and Compendium are for, guys.
Oh, maybe the S2 consumes it. I don't know. Anyway, TonberryTroupe.com does have the beautiful infographics on all those. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. The LD sets it to 0. TonberryTroupe.com does have all those beautiful infographics. Looking at the podcast polls, and thank you to J.A and Quetzalma of MateriaBot for setting up the podcast polls. For the X-Death banner, actually, a few people throwing tickets at it. 3 people chasing X-Death BT, I guess, for reasons. Maybe didn't have it. On the other hand, the Charlotta banner, 34 across 10 servers. 34 people pitying the BT, 23 pitying Charlotta FR, 3 people chasing an LD, 65 tickets, and only 15 skipping, as opposed to 109 skipping the other banner. So, yeah, a lot of people going for Charlotta. And I think they will probably not be disappointed. So, as all dimensions end, Transcendence, you have a left gate, right gate, and Reckoning. The right gate is a blue crystal requirement, and you fight 2 of the dumb angels, the Astaroths. That the one becomes instant counter when you break it. And then the other side is the weird alligators, the Rage Gators. And I don't remember what Rage Gators do. You need a yellow crystal. So Titus on the right, Charlotta on the left. I think that's what they wanted you to do, because that's what I did. And this is of all 10.
I think they wanted X-Death on the right because he's the blue crystal that released here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because he doesn't break. Yeah, thank you. He doesn't break. That would make sense. I already used X-Death. But yes, of all 10 tiers, this is the only tier that I've done a solo run or a duo run. On left and right. We are so overpowered at this point. Regular level 200 fights that I'm like, I'll just do the solo and not waste any characters. And so that was pretty easy. But Reckoning, of course, is where the party is. And you fight a new enemy. That's the fun part of Reckoning. It's always a new enemy. The Lunatic Disaster Machine. The Lunatic Disaster Machine is immune to debuffs that prevents actions, but Waka's Confuse Reel does work. And it also consistently summons and revives its minions automatically. The minions are 2 sweepers. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Lunatic Sweepers. Depending on the number of debuffs on the boss, it has some different effects. So, if it's got 8 debuffs, no auras. If it has 7 debuffs, it gets attack, defense, speed up. If it has only 6 debuffs, it will warp after any player action and take a turn. So that's super annoying. If it has less than 5 debuffs, it has Brave and HP damage up. If it has less than 2 debuffs, it gets Brave and HP resistance up. So the idea is to at least have 7 debuffs on it, ideally 8 debuffs on it. So bring some good calls there to make sure that happens and you don't have to deal with that. That goes away when it hits 59% of its health. So if you can get through the first 40% of its health with 8 debuffs on from characters like Caius, who we just got, Ferris, throw some out there that are good. There's lots of good options with this. But Laguna, Gabranth, there's a lot of characters that can put those debuffs on there. And stack them up. It's only 8. The sweepers have this big attack called Double Machine Gun, which they will do at certain thresholds. The thresholds are, I believe, 59% and 39%. It triggers the main boss, will trigger the sweepers to do a special attack. Its FR gauge gets defense resist up, brave damage up, and then 100% triggers the amplified brave cannon. Sets the party's brave to 0, does an AoE HP attack, recovers from break, gains brave, and then goes into its horrible force time. There is some conversation, and we've been playing around with it, but I don't know that there's some questioning whether the Daredevil fight's a little different than this fight.
I figured it out. Yeah,
okay.
Correct. So, I did a few runs, and sometimes when I came out of the burst phase or summon phase, the ads would still do their follow attack. Sometimes they wouldn't. Excalibur and others were able to confirm that if you trigger the threshold, but then kill the ads that were alive when you triggered it,
yes,
it will cancel the follow. Okay.
Yeah, so if you burst and then if you burst, then trigger a threshold, come out of burst, the ads will attack you. But if you kill the ads during the burst phase after the threshold attack, after the threshold, those ads will not attack you, so you will be safe. Obviously, the best thing to do is burn through the threshold and kill it, or mitigate the attacks through Warrior of Light. I mean, there's a ton of different ways to mitigate the attacks. But
well, that's also if you don't get the instant kill version, right? Because if they're above 50% HP,
yes,
they will just
kill you. Yeah. Yep. So if they're below, you can mitigate it if they're below 50% of their health. If they are 100% of their health, they will just instantly kill you once they hit that threshold. So this is considered one of the harder fights in this early Shinryu era. I did not find it as difficult as Odin. I did play it around in a couple different ways. You see my final version here. I was not playing around at all. Charlotta and Tidus and Kane killed it real fast. I think my Dare to Defy version was a little bit different, but I think I also used Charlotta and Kane because I just wasn't pissing around with this, knowing it was one of the little harder fights, and Odin was also a rather challenging fight. But is it too challenging? Is it too frustrating? I've seen a lot of people really having issues with this. Mino, what do you think about this particular fight?
It's rough for sure. I also did the exact same team as you, the 1% team I call it, because you have to invest really heavily in specific characters to be able to pull it off, which a lot of people did. But I feel like if you're like us and you did Tidus plus Charlotta plus any follow-up character, you skip the fight. We did, because for sure you only bring the boss down to like 80% and then you just kill it before it can do anything. And I'm sure
you make it dead.
Yeah, and I'm sure when you were doing that, you also no-turned it. You slapped on 7 debuffs and then made sure it didn't get a turn. Yeah. So
in that fight, in the Dare to Defy, I brought Caius instead of Kane. I actually had to play the fight a little bit at that time, but Caius was doing the debuffs, so that really helped.
Right. But like, the vast majority of the runs I saw, 100% did the 1% strategy. Tidus plus Charlotta, both maxed, plus a follow-up character. Anything that doesn't follow that formula, I'm like incredibly impressed with. I think I want to say Sign did a Desh run, which was insane. And Lord Touch Me did just Charlotta and Tidus, no Kane, which I find hard to do, because without a follow-up, I didn't make the damage check. I didn't do it.
Yeah, you have to play it a little bit slower, but you can do it with just Charlotta and Tidus duo. Yeah, you don't have to use a third character. Yeah,
it's much more impressive for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I took the path of least resistance. I did it. I was messing around with it for a while, and like I would always get it real low and just miss the HP requirement at the end, or just miss the turn count. And after a while, I was just like, I'm just gonna blow through this fight. I'm not a hero. But anyone who did not do the 1% team, congratulations. I think
hats off to you.
It's a tough fucking fight. It's mostly because of that fat HP regen in the final phase. Like, you need some pretty damn good team building to be able to blow past it. And
Tree Void says, I took X Death here. It was hell. It was terrible. It was the worst. Pretty much everybody who did not do that strategy, even if they did really creative strategies like bringing X Death, pretty much from the comments I've seen has said, oh, it was not great. You should not do that. I did it, but I wouldn't suggest it to anybody else. Like, this is the time to bring in the big guns. This is not the time to mess around. You got a lot of other, especially in Dare to Defy, you got a lot of other, there's a lot of fights you can mess around with. These last two should be okay, right? Not necessarily easy, but, you should be able to work around them a little bit easier. We had a lost chapter fight compared to number 1 and number 5. Use your big weapons. don't be don't sit to Dare to Defy like 6 and 7 And then like, oh crap, I haven't used all my FRs. No, use them on the hard ones and make your life easier. But we'll talk more about that. Thanks to Excalibur for the beautiful infographic. Destroth also has a great infographic on some interesting team comps as well.
Couple of tidbits before we move on from this fight. One, the Dare to Defy version has 15 million less HP. And I believe it had 105 million originally, or 110, so that's more than a 10% HP decrease, which I thought was very nice. It's so people were able to run like less restrictive teams on that because the regen's not as big and the HP isn't as big, and the ads are debatably easier to manage, so that's really nice. So that's very nice of Squex to give us an easy.
Oh yeah, I did not mention the boss at 39%, the boss heals 1% every turn, and then gives the player HP poison. So yeah, it's awful. Yeah, that can be real. I did have a run where I kind of sped out and I was just not like able to keep up with the damage at the end there. I think with my Dare to Defy run. So poor Caius.
The second tidbit is that I forgot to mention this earlier, is that if you trigger the threshold while bringing the ads down to 50%, so basically like if it's an AoE attack and it brings them like after the attack they're under 50%, but before they weren't, it'll still trigger the instant kill because it's counting the state they're in after the attack, guys, not fucking before. So it snapshots beforehand. But I also know like a lot of people had trouble with the ads because they just, it's like the mummy fight in T5. They just spam AoEs. Bring a fucking single target character, guys. It's not that hard to manage the ads. It's a pain in the ass because it takes way more turns, and the boss will be fighting back if you're not doing the 1% strat like us. But yeah, like I don't think the ads complaint was that big a deal. I think people were just spamming AoEs. And then the last tidbit is because of the HP regen, Final Asim couldn't eat a Roth this one. First Shinryu, he couldn't eat a Roth. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Uteroth.
Rest in peace.
Tree Void says Squex are cowards for lowering the HP. D2D is supposed to be hard, not for babbies.
Oh my god.
Good. Well, we're going to talk about D2D here for a little bit. But yes, check out the infographic by Excalibur to break down that fight. Destros infographic. Those are both on our information content. We do have a thread specifically for this fight and also for Dare to Defy. We have a help section for anybody who's looking for help if you're trying to figure out how to fight this fight with what you have. But if you come on our Discord and you got 3 million gems and you've not pulled for anything and you're complaining about how hard it is, the advice might be pull, just so you know. I'm not saying it's going to be pull. I'm just saying it might be pull. Because that's where you go. There you go. All right, yeah. So as we transition, because here in a few minutes, I think in a few minutes, right? We haven't gotten it. It's not live yet. In a few minutes, we're going to get a new event and a new banner, and we're going to talk about it. But before we do, just kind of follow up more conversation on Dare to Defy, this special GL exclusive event, especially now that I've actually had time to do it. As of last week, I hadn't done it at all. Thank God for COVID, because now I've had a couple days to just do it. I mean, I've done some other work, but in between doing work, I've had plenty of time to play this game and hash out D2D. So a couple insights before I get into a thing that I found on the internet. It's always good to find things on the internet because you never know what might happen here. But I will say this for Dare to Defy. It will be nice when we have a wider selection of powerful FRs and upgraded characters because it's not necessarily fun once you've figured out the mechanics and you've brought a team that's functionally good, but just doesn't have the firepower compared to some other teams. Because that's what you've heard people talk about, 20-minute fights, 30-minute fights, 40-minute fights, hour-long fights. You can beat it, you can get under the turn count, you can get the score, but it just takes long because the bosses have a lot of HP and your characters just aren't doing a lot of damage, and your FR gauges don't increase crazy fast for some characters. So that's not super fun. In my experience, I mean, a couple of these runs just took way too long compared to the other ones, even using one FR or no FRs. And so I get that. That's not always fun. It will be, I think, more fun when more of the FRs are equal, because I guess my insight now, having done it, is damn, the FRs we have are drastic in power difference. Like there's no like Terra, Titus, and Cam, like the difference between them and Braska, Fujin, Dash, Kryl is real big. Like it's real big. And hopefully that will get a little bit. So Mino, any more kind of general insights on D2D before I get to this fun little thing I found online?
I'll try to keep it brief. I can't believe we're revisiting the subject. I feel even more violent about it now than last week because
Nice.
continuing we've had like 5 fucking State of Shinryu threads since then. Holy shit. Like some of these arguments are starting to wear thin on me, but I did want to say what you kind of said. The one thing I will relent to when people say it's too early, and I'm not going to say it's too early, but I will agree with the point of what you said, is that it could be a lot cooler later when we have more options. I didn't feel some of the fights were too bad without an FR, but you're right, as in like the FR pool is small enough that people are running decently similar teams for all of these fights right now, right? And I'm sure that if they continue this, when there's more FRs available, we'll see a lot more diversity. So I do think this is something that'll get better with time.
Yeah.
So that's the one point that I will concede. And I'll stop myself before we enter any violence, since you have another topic as well.
Yeah, no, now we're going to have real violence. So I was on the internet and I found this great site called Reddit. And there is a subreddit for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. It's r/DissidiaFFOO if you're interested in Reddit. If you're not familiar with Reddit, it is a bulletin board type medium. Interesting. So someone on the Reddit, Javriel, that person, said, should Dare to Defy be recurring permanent content with rewards refreshed monthly GL discussion? For some people, it's fun and extra rewards. For the others, it's challenging and tough. That's like a subheading. Very nice. I like how they did that. 1,200 votes, roughly. 662 said yes. Dare to Defy should be recurring permanent content with new rewards every month. 516 said no, I don't think so. Very split community. A couple, a lot of comments, over 100 comments. You can read those all. Obviously, more of the negative folks commented, the no's. That's usually how the case goes. Like, more negative. Like I go out to a restaurant, I have a great experience. I'm less likely to like review it, which you should. If you love something, you should review it. But right, that's just kind of human condition stuff, right? We're less likely to review if we have a good experience versus having a bad experience. But a couple comments I wanted to highlight. Kazamasta31 says, as a new player, and we're big about the new players here. As a new player, I hate lockout content. It's not funny. Tried to help the situation. It's not funny. God bless you. You're doing the Lord's work. Futile, but you tried. It's not funny, says, as a new player, you have tons of resources to pull on the current banners, so then all you got to do is learn the game. I have faith in you. Great comment. Encouragement. This is what we need. Kazamaster31 replies, yeah, no, If they're shit, I'm not summoning on them just to beat D2D. First of all, the language, Chasm Master, makes me think you're not a new player. Anyway, whatever. And It Not Funny then responded again, my faith, it wavers. And that's a great story right there. Like that whole interaction, that's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. Another comment, so I'm going to take just one more comment, and then I'll let Mino just explode. I'm not enjoying, this is Brionix. I think that's Serbian. I'm not enjoying D2D at all. Period. So, I find it so tedious and not engaging at all. Period. Like, you can feel right here. I've essentially cleared this stage, and now you're telling me that I have to do it again, but without having the option of a friend unit and the added constraints of having to juggle my roster between multiple stages? Space, paragraph, new paragraph. For context, I'm not a gamer that looks for a challenge. Period. I am looking for a power trip. Period. I want to feel strong and clear content with relative ease with my favorite characters, so D2D is especially tedious for me. There you go. He does say, that being said, I can see why it would be fun for people who love to theorycraft and thrive with challenge. Period. Mino?
I'm going to keep it brief, but it's funny that you brought up these threads because these are what I'm talking about. And that first comment is one of the things that triggered me. The whole, as a new player, lockouts are not fun. It just blows my fucking mind, the lack of self-awareness. Like, we talk about it all the time. It just makes me so mad. How can you call yourself a new player and then feel entitled to endgame? How are you going to come in and be like, oh, okay, I can see how veterans could do this content, but it's not fair for us new players that just started last month. Like, this is too hard for us. Like, I don't fucking understand this mentality. Only in Defo, I swear, only in Defo, because I don't see this shit in all the other fucking things. Like, I don't see this shit in the ranked MOBAs or FPSs I play, or fighting games. Like, oh, it's too hard to get to the top rank. Like, that's a fucking stupid. Or MMO rating. It's all so... And then, when he gets help, he says, nah, I don't want to pull to do this content. So it's one or the other, right? Like, which one is it? Is it you don't want to do this content, or you don't? I don't know. That comment was really fucking bad. But to throw in a couple of other complaints that I've just gotten fucking sick of hearing is that even in our Discord, people come in and say, like, there was a complaint about character points. Like, are we ever going to get more than 5 character points an event? Because right now it costs 23 to fully max somebody. And as somebody who takes a lot of breaks, I'm not doing every event, so I'm short on character points. And it's just like, well, what do you want? Oh, because what do you want? Because if you're not playing the game, why do you care if you're maxed out on character points, for one?
What?
And the second fucking thing is, like, he's like, oh, if somebody said Mog Pass, right? Basic Mog Pass, $5 a month, and they're saying, like, well, the only reason I like to play Defo is because it's free. So if you're not going to contribute any money, not even $5 a month, I'm sorry, I just don't have any fucking pity for your situation. Like, this reminds me of FF14's about to get a new patch soon, and I saw on another server they were announcing new features, right, Mark? Like, new things to do in the game, but you have to have beaten Endwalker to do it. And then I saw somebody in a Defo server rage saying, like, why do they put all the new content behind paywalls, right? Because he's playing the free trial that only goes up to Heavensward. And he's saying, like, why the fuck is the only thing we get to do Gold Saucer? Like, free players should get to do new stuff too. Like, I don't understand. And he got torn apart because at least I feel like the MMO players have a little more sense, saying this is a free trial. What do you expect for a free trial? The point is, this is a sample of the game, and if you like it, you pay to get
Hey.
the full experience.
Hey, money.
And I feel like there's a disconnect that people aren't connecting that to Defo or gacha games. Like, yes, you can play this game for free, but you are not entitled to everything when you fucking don't pay. Because you're essentially playing a free trial. And there was another Reddit thread, I don't know if you caught this week because the OP deleted it, that was complaining about the same thing, saying like, oh, I enjoyed this game for 3 or 4 months, but now that I'm running out of resources, it feels like the game wants me to, pay to keep up. Like, how is a free player expected to max all the weapons? And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I feel like something about this fucking game attracts the most entitled fucking babies in the world. Like, I don't understand how so many people feel entitled to do everything and get everything for free. Fuck all of you. And I think there was just one more fucking complaint about D2D that I keep seeing that's been pissing me. It's something similar, but it's just like, yeah, like, how dare they try to push us towards spending more resources or some shit like that. I don't know, man. Like, it's ridiculous. The last complaint, right. If you don't like D2D, that's fine. But these people are calling for the removal of Dare to Defy. Like, it's one thing to be like, I'm a new player and I don't like it because this isn't content for me, or saying I'm a gamer who isn't looking for challenge, so I don't like this content. I feel like it's okay to voice these opinions, but then to say, devs, please remove this fucking mode because I don't like it and I can't do it, and I don't like that there's a thing in the game that I can't complete. Remove it, because even though this is theoretically fun for the theory crafters and the hardcore players, I don't want it in my fucking game because I can't do it. I just don't fucking understand this argument. Just don't do it. Don't fucking blog about how you're skipping it every day. I don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. That's just pure copium insecurity. That you have to tell everybody every day you're skipping it out of principle. Just don't fuck. Nobody cares. And just why it's an extra mode. It costs you guys nothing. Why do you give a shit if it's in the game? Like, just let it be. Don't call for the removal of it. Don't make a fucking petition. I'm fucking over this, but I like this fucking player base, man. I don't give a shit if you don't like Dare to Defy, but if you're calling for the removal of it, you are bitch made for sure, 100%. I've never seen anyone care so much about stuff that doesn't affect them in an optional free game. I'm done.
Yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy XIV, I'm pretty sure I got COVID from the Tower of Zot. I can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure Cindy lousy with COVID. As it comes to paying for the game, obviously, premium Mogul Pass, at least one costume a month. I mean, I got the poster, I got the shirt, I have the action figures, right? I mean, I got the merch to go along with it. A little tiny in the mirror here. Woo. Got my thing here. There she is. Gotta have the merch. But good job. Spend money. Stop complaining. Suck it up, Buttercup. Is that offensive? Can we say suck it up, Buttercup? I know we can't call people pussies. That's not nice. But can we say suck it up, Buttercup? Is that still is that PC? I don't know. Stop being a fart sack. I know we can say that. Everybody farts. Everybody farts, and if you don't, go see a doctor. Well, on a different topic.
Oh, Sinewave, sorry. Sinewave saying, I mean, a pandemic in an MMO isn't unheard of. Sounds like corrupted blood. It reminds me that years ago, there was a very famous event that World of Warcraft, for fun, introduced a pandemic event. And so, like, if you just had this debuff that didn't do anything, that signified that you had the plague. And if you touched another player, they would have it, right? And, like, they just did it for fun. Oh,
yeah.
They just did it for fun. It was kind of a social experiment. And what they thought would happen is that people would, like, quarantine and, like, try to avoid infecting other people. And instead what happened is everyone started infecting people for fun to see if they could infect everybody. And it was just very funny because
I recall that.
If we're talking about pandemics and MMOs and, like, the crazy behavior of people, very fucking funny.
I was gonna somebody said something. Yeah. I don't remember what I was gonna talk about. Oh yes, Indolent Lard gifted a sub. Thank you. For that gifted sub. Lartanian had subbed earlier. We're at 2 subs of 36.8. So it's looking good for blue ash armor, which is fine by me, because I hate ash. So every week, Hodo Cedar, our TCC intern, has a podcast supporter corner question. This week, the question 26, which spheres would you like Mark to put on his Fujin? She has a C, D, and E spot. So, Frog says Theodore sphere, Ash sphere, Pain sphere. Alex says triple A sphere, your choice. You'll find a way. Yeah, I like it. Believe in yourself. Indolent Lard says Garnet sphere, Freya sphere, Zidane sphere. Daniel says Lily, Hope, and Seymour. Crush says Arciela, Ash, Thancred. Blartanian says Irving sphere, unless he's already used it. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh yeah, you have a baby and you think you're hilarious. Signway says, I don't know about the rest, but E Vanille sphere. I've got like 6 actual Vanille spheres. Yin says Rosa, Ursula, Irving. This is Sleuth says Selfie, Mog, Ultimisha. Tudyk says Garnet, Beatrix, Irving. Blind Eye says Rude, Waka, Pain. Cell, Tonberry Troupe Cell, says Lloyd or Lude. Lloyd. Yeah, Lloyd from Ninjago. His sphere. Edward and Amitatilian. Cross says Cell took mine. Frog also says Cell took mine. JD Terrifier Force also says Cell took mine. Raw Life from the live stream says I don't know what any spheres do, because they don't matter. Slew, I thought we were gonna have a little bit more funny answers. Slew says, "Damn, Raw Life took mine." Final Asim says, and now we get some drama here. Final Asim says, for E-Sphere, equip Vanille Sphere. Her traps make good Dispeller. Since she breaks the boss, she does an HP attack. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's true. Multiracial Lion says, no spheres outside of possibly Fujin's own. They're functionally meaningless and have little effect, but reducing enemy speed can at least help more consistently than setting up those launches. A Tree Void. So there's some drama here in the Tree Void hour. Says, off-turn Fujin is best Fujin. Ignore Lion's comments. Because if you give the bosses speed down, you can't use off-turn Fujin. And I have experienced off-turn Fujin as the best Fujin. So I don't know what we do with that information. But thank you for your information. Thank you for your... Thank you for your support. I'll probably forget to put spheres on Fujin. Because I don't know about you, Mino, but I've not put spheres on anybody for a long time. Are you putting spheres on people as you get them?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't like. I guess I did. I guess I did throw some on like who's a new character. Did I put something? I did put stuff on Braska.
Did it really
Okay.
make a big difference at this point?
No,
I'm actually curious because with Force Time, the numbers have gone up so much. I wonder if the spheres actually matter anymore, which sucks because they tried to monetize this. They tried to give they tried to sell sphere removals or sphere tokens.
Yeah,
well, it's a dead system if they don't update it.
It is. So it'll be interesting.
I honestly hope C100 is related to spheres.
Ooh. Could be. All right. Well, right now, right now we got a new event. It is Reno's Intersecting Will, Professional's Pride, a story centered on Reno and his companions. So that is live. We do have a new banner, which I will get to. We have Ash's costume and a gem sale as well. So the banner, it's Reno with his FR, Charlotta's BT, Reno's LD, Ash's LD, Alizé's LD. Still need some updated costumes on those Final Fantasy XIV characters. Squex. Throwing away money. There you go. Ash. Yeah, Ash is a character in this game. She enchants in perils. Holy, I guess. I don't know. What elements does she do? Sure, holy. She also has that thing where she charges EXs, which is super fun, like Selfie. She charges EXs. That's great. Lloyd does that too, right? That's like an old, like, he does it much better than her. She is a support character. She has some support, like physical attack up, magic attack up, not great. Elemental weakness damage up. Let's see, double chant. Oh no, she does lightning. She's a dual enchanter. Thunder and thunder and holy. That's right. I thought she had two. She heals and she's got stuff. Yeah, I've never used her and I hate her. So, Mino, any thoughts on Ash?
No, I didn't look into it at all. Just that dual enchanting's dangerous in the future.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Not good. You don't want it.
To clarify for people who aren't in the know, you can test this on the Red Comet stage, where basically it'll say like any element that's not wind or neutral will be reduced to 1. And if it's wind and something else, so if it's 2 elements, even if it includes wind, it will get reduced to 1 because it's a different check. So like we all know, veterans know that how the weakness system works is if it's dual elements, it checks for the weakness first, and if the weakness is there, it ignores everything else, right? And so with this fat brave reduction, it works in the opposite direction where it checks for the resistance first. So even if you have the required element, it's not applying a weakness. So the resistance is getting hit first. So dual elements will be shut out really hard in these future fights where only a single element isn't resisted. So that's something to keep in mind. That being said, I don't know. Maybe she'll go well with Sabin's FR. Who fucking knows?
She does get a BT and an FR later. Maybe something like that. I don't remember. Nor do I care. But we do get a new character. And he's got an FR. And it's Reno from Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII redheaded stepchild Reno of the Turks. Sticking his tongue out with his smooth boy band chest here on this infographic. Thanks, Cell. What the hell's going on here? It's like some member of.
Did you read the title?
Some K-pop.
The title?
Oh no! What I didn't read the.
I don't know. I want you to know what I want to know what you think about it.
Let me see if I can pull up the Reddit thread real quick. I don't have Reddit open. Let's see here. Reddit. This Turk is renowned for letting foes go watch his force grow. Okay. Reno backflips the bird as enemies take turns with his new FR. By Queen's orders, Ash gets her C90 and rework. Read their infographics to help your off-turn units join in on this electric dance. Is that what you wanted me to read?
Yeah. Do you... I'm not gonna say. I just want to know what you think of the title. I don't want Cell to think I'm bullying him, but we need a third party judge here if this title is good or not.
It's not exciting me. I mean, it seems like it took some time to write that, so I appreciate that.
Do you prefer this or Paleface's? Did you see Paleface's thread?
Paleface's thread. Oh Lord, I don't even know who that is. That sounds racist.
Luna Freya eval.
Luna Freya eval. Okay, so best Luna Freya get her. That you mean? Yeah, that's classy. I like that.
Which
I
one?
like that. Real short and to the point. Short and to the point. Yeah, there's a lot of sentences going on in this. I will say that there's a lot. I don't know that this title should have 6 sentences. Not 6, but 4. 4 seems like a lot. I'm not the audience for the Reddit posting of the infographic, so I'm not really sure that I have a really, really good say on this. Anyway, Reno is a character from Final Fantasy VII. He gets his FR weapon. If you're not familiar, Reno does thunder damage. He debuffs. He has damage mitigation. His debuffs are really focused on the physical attacks. So he has physical attack down to the enemy and physical defense down. So you want him on a physical team with bosses who are doing physical attacks, ideally. He also has attack defense down, and he has this, of course, pyramid debuff that prevents the enemy from, well, let me just say it. It's brave damage taken up, brave and HP damage dealt reduced to 0, cannot inflict debuff. So great debuff. Real nice to have, even good to have as an LD call ability. Now, with his FR, he partners up with Kistis. Why are Kistis and Reno partnered up? Mino?
They're both canonically into S&M, and there's scenes in their games that support this. For example, if you've played the FF7 remake, you know you can find Reno in the Honeybee Inn in a compromising situation in that game. And in FF8, you can stumble across Quistis and Selfie, and this is where the Smelfie line comes from, right? This is where Trevoy got that. Like, this is the secret S&M scene where Quistis calls her Smelfie. And so I apologize to Trevoy.
Yep.
I was wrong to doubt you. Apparently it is canon, and it is in the game. Fuck, I broke character because I saw Sinewave cracking up in the chat. But yes, no, that's the reason.
Trevoy does say, because I want both of them to step on me. So, hey.
It all checks out. It all checks out, right?
It all checks out. Somebody said, Indel and Lart says they're both unprofessional at their jobs.
That's true too. That's a really good one.
They both have had to take multiple sexual harassment trainings outside of the normal work requirements.
Way better than mine. Thank you, Indo.
Yeah, they've both had to be called in multiple times for that. But he does get a FR teamed up with Kistis. His damage amplifying stats are somebody doing Thunder Brave damage on their turn. The enemy taking.
Does he enchant? I forget. I want to say no, right?
No, he is not an enchanter.
Yeah. I want to.
So if he is the only Thunder character, you want to bring LD enchant imperils, which there are several for this element, because this is a pretty common element as well. But there are several enchant imperil when it comes to this element Thunder. And there's just characters that do it too. So it's not super hard to get to this condition. So 20% up anytime somebody does Thunder, 20% up anytime the boss takes a turn, 30% in addition to that if they use a physical attack. So the best way to take advantage of Reno would be to basically have an off-turn team and a team where the boss takes turns and does physical attacks. Now, interestingly enough, his Numb, which comes from skill 1 Electroprod, is it might increase from 4 turns to 8. But anyway, his Numb debuff, every time the enemy who has Numb does a physical attack, it actually delays them by 2 turns. So you probably don't want Numb on the boss, or you want it low count when you go into FR if you're trying to do an off-turn strategy, which now might be a little harder, but at some point it's going to be much easier with characters like Core and Gladio getting upgrades down the line. But you can probably figure it out here. I mean, you got characters like Orin and Fujin, obviously there's other off-turn characters that you can make use of that. But yeah, he can obviously make good use of that. He got kind of crapped on early on in JP, especially from famed YouTube content creator Black Nero. Really crapped on this character and said he was bad.
Did he really?
He did. He actually quoted himself saying how bad Reno was. And that's down the line Reno became kind of good because there is a lot of off-turn shenanigans and actually you wanting to let the boss take turns. So I've already seen that in play in Dare to Defy. I probably would not have used that strategy if we did not have Dare to Defy, because you can just rumble stomp through everything. But using that off-turn strategy to build the FR gauge and to get those big off-turn damage is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to him. Mino, what are your thoughts on Reno?
Okay, so there's been a lot of debate about how necessary Reno is, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Um, Apparently he hasn't seen wide popular use, but there's several reasons for that, I think. So Reno is the first FR and arguably one of the best that increase during enemy turns. And that's very rare for us. And even right now, as we just said, seen with T10, the best strat is usually to no turn the enemy, and so a lot of people like FRs that feed into that, like cams or Tidus's, etc. Like people really like to run their no turns. I don't know if letting the enemies go ever is ever a requirement moving forward in JP.
Right.
There's probably a handful of fights, but I don't know how common it is. That being said, I think it's definitely a viable route. We have at least 2 fights in this D to D cycle, maybe 3, where the enemies consistently turn warp, right? And just like T10 and the Red Comet, right? Like the if you don't have at least 7 debuffs on them, they will turn warp. And Reno, people already using Reno Call for this, but I suspect that if you didn't want to no turn it, Reno would be really, really good for these fights. Not only the FR condition, but also, like the fizz reduction and everything. I'm personally gonna pull for Reno, but for the same reason I pull for some off meta characters, and that's I'm paranoid about GL firsts. Right? Like that I don't foresee needing him in planned content, but you never know. It's like Quistis, right? I say this all the time about Quistis. I say I feel like when she works amazingly well, but most times you don't need her. I don't know what everyone's experience with Quistis is. I don't know if that's been your experience with Quistis LD as well,
Yeah.
but basically when she is needed or when she works so well. And I
Right.
feel like Reno is one of those characters that I personally want to have in my back pocket. But if you're a meta stomper and you're not going to do Dare to Defy or the ticket missions, I think Reno is a safe skip.
Yeah.
And as I think BC once said, it's a very niche condition, right? Like it's very different from how you're building around the other FRs. You really want to do the off turn, and you want to make sure it's an enemy that does a lot of physical attacks and gets a lot of turns, etc. Like it's definitely a niche pick, and I don't know how much I would argue about pulling Reno if you're not gonna pull his FR and run a full team around that. Like I'm not sure how valuable Reno is without this unique FR condition. So that's really something you want to think about. And I think I finally settle on not something I would truly recommend unless you're a challenge runner.
I think multiracial lion and tree void are arguing with you in chat.
Okay.
Um, so, so they should come on the post show and argue with you. So, yeah, his call is amazing. Pyramid as a call ability is great. It's always good to have that. Pyramid, Ragen's call. Those are just great pocket LD calls. So, you definitely encourage people to pick up his LD at least, if not pick up his FR for later. I will be I'll actually be pulling for his FR here in a few minutes, once the official show is done. But the fight and the Dare to Defy is against 2 dragonflies. They're flying machines. Their force effect is canceled when entering force time while doing a thunder melee brave damage with a force ability. So that's Reno's force ability. Right, and then Desh's is magic. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, and that's pretty much all I know about the fight without reading it. They probably do damage and stuff. So
Supposed to be another pushover fight.
I'm guessing is probably not the hardest fight. These last 2 shouldn't be super hard. We had the 2 big, the Odin and the tier 10, and then the Red Comet kind of was early event. So yeah. Why do we work when we can refer to others? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's fun. You guys keep arguing in chat. It's been great. Let us know how you did in the comments below. How are your pulls?
I just want to argue because TV's saying it's not niche, and his call is still good. Well, he says Reno works well in many fights. He's not niche. My argument is not that he can't work constantly. It's that building around him, you have to go out of your way to build around him than most of the other FRs. And I don't think you can deny that, TV. Like you're pulling units that usually don't work well with others, but will work well with him. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
Raw Life, congratulations on your new LDs. I assume Alizé and Reno. Congratulations on getting those two excellent LDs. Podcast questions. Of course, if you would like to use a super chat or a sub and just ask us a question live on air, feel free to just ask a question. Put a little money behind it. We'll definitely answer it. If not, we do have some questions on our Discord. So are you ready, Mino? Daniel, Whale Daniel says, what are your thoughts on selling maxed FRs on non-BT units? Is the small attack increase you'll lose worth selling it for higher power stones? So if we go to my, the BTs, if we go to my inventory here, I have not sold any of my FRs. That should surprise no one. But if you do have a BT character like Kane, Camlanot, Titus, Charlotta, and Terra, and you have their FRs maxed out, and you also have their green BTs or just their regular BTs, you can safely sell these. Now, the question Daniel poses is for a character like Vraska or Fujin, if you have their FR maxed out, is it worth the little bit more of attack to keep it, or is it worth selling it to get the power stones? Mino, what do you think?
Okay, I think this question is proof why I shouldn't take TV's fucking Reno opinion seriously. Because he's sick in the head. Who subscribes to this? I want to know. Do we have a fucking poll? Somebody, if you could throw up a poll in TCC or make this the next community question. I want to know how many people are selling FRs, max FRs of characters that don't have a BT and just wearing the EX+. Because it's a difference of 200 attack, but whether or not you want to argue if that's significant, why are you doing this? Because TV, who originated this, is doing this so that he has enough high power stones to max every single FR. This is not normal play. This is not normal thinking. And this is not normal behavior. So I really want to know if anybody sides with this method, because I think it's fucking batshit crazy. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sell my fucking FRs. But I guess objectively, so his argument is also that as of right now, don't need that extra 200 attack.
Well, and you might be using ultimate weapons too, so I mean, it's not a terrible, like down the line, if you're prioritizing characters with ultimate weapons, you can certainly, sell the FRs. I don't know that it's worth it, like you said, because you probably don't need it unless you're trying to literally have every FR weapon, which that's certainly not something I would suggest to anybody. Like every BT plus, obviously, but not like every BT weapon, of course. Every FR weapon, maybe not.
Trevoid saying every character will be getting a BT now. I guess that's a fair argument, but who knows when some of them will get it? Some of them could be years away. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the game will not be a game when Fujin gets her BT. Yeah. Let's be honest. Like I don't think the game's making it into year 12 for Fujin BT.
Yeah, and so that's one. The second thing is the usual argument of why not just do it when they get the BT then? And then the third is, how about not maxing the FR? Why don't you can pull it and just have it sit in your inventory and not have it max, and max it later when you can safely sell the others. I don't know. I guess in practice, 200 attack may not matter from what we've seen from now to JP. Maybe. Nobody's actually crunched the numbers, and this is just TV's theory. But I remember several content creators, especially Jet Stingren, who used to subscribe to this exact same theory. By the way, Trevoid, You are now Jet Stingren Jr. as well. Like, are you fucking happy that you always champion the worst takes in the community? Like, seriously, how do you get so many people to call you Inkwelder Jr. and then Jet Stingren Jr. and then Raw Life Jr. like, and only ever as an insult, not like the best parts of them, but the worst parts of them. But you're basically peddling Jet Stingren philosophy at this point, and this is a guy who subscribe to the same thing of, well, we don't need that extra stat boost now, and I want to max more weapons, and I think he sold at least Warrior of Light EX was a famous one before EX Plus came out, and then had to like pity it again. And then there was at least another time after that with a BT as well. So I'm just saying, I don't know.
No, hey. Let me defend Treevoid here. To Treevoid's credit, to my knowledge, his show has never been live interrupted by his mom. So he is way better than Jet. Oh, that's a callback. That was good times. That's my favorite non-podcast episode.
Mark, not me.
Episode issue. That was great times.
But Ryan, I don't know. It's a gamble to say that the extra stats might not be needed in a future era. I mean, realistically, I guess the numbers are getting high enough that might be true, but basically, I'm just not a fan because I just think the trade-off is not worth it. The trade-off is what? 4 extra high power stones? Who gives a shit? I don't know. That's not worth it. But okay, well, that's my take, Mark. What do you think?
I think you should never sell anything. I think that's what you should do. So that's my opinion. And I think you should check out the Jetcast. See if you can find that episode. I think Eons and Lids 87 were on that episode when Jet suddenly disappeared because his mom ran in, and there was awkward silence for quite some time. Excellent. They really carried on, though. I appreciate them. JD Terraforce says, do the hosts prefer people consume the podcast on YouTube, Twitch, or podcast form nowadays? Don't give a shit, JD Terraforce. You listen to it however the hell you want, whatever makes you happy.
That's an interesting take, because what I would say is obviously whatever suits you best. If you can't catch it live, don't worry about it, right? Catch the podcast. But I thought, Mark, you said that YouTube is better.
Oh yeah, YouTube makes us money. Like, YouTube views equal money. Podcast makes no money. I mean, I guess that's not technically true, but...
And YouTube memberships give you a bigger cut, you said, right?
Yeah, YouTube memberships give you a bigger percentage cut, correct.
So, I would say that, I guess, if we had to choose...
had to choose, it's YouTube.
Yeah, I think YouTube is the best way to support us. But honestly, whatever you prefer... And I know a lot of people always say they feel bad that they can't catch it live or they miss a live show. That's fine, guys. Like, that's why we do a podcast format, because the vast majority of our viewers listen to it afterwards in their own free time. So, like, whatever you see live here, it's like 20 times more that listen to the podcast after the fact or something.
Treevoid gifting 20 memberships.
Now I feel bad for talking shit.
Yeah,
about
come on, Mino.
Treevoid, you bought my allegiance, so I just want you to know, believe in the power of money.
Hey,
like,
just for that, I'm gonna pull on Reno FR, and not sell it, or maybe I will. I don't know. Good job. Hey, we're at 22 of 36.8. If we get 14.8 more, I will blue Ash's armor. Basically, multiracial Necklord asks, which FR or character are you looking forward to the most in the next month's batch? So, looking ahead to next month, assuming there's no surprises, we got Luna Freya, FR BT. We got Iroha. We got, I think that's how you say it. We got Sabin, that's the Japanese accent. We got Yuri, BTFR. We got Eldmarsh, BT plus, Ultimisha, BT plus as well. Vane, FR, and Core, FR. Mino, which character are you looking forward to the most next month?
I think it's no secret Sabin's in my top 3 favorite characters, so his for sure is the next FR I know I'm definitely gonna gun for. And I'm also gonna green Eldnarsh just because it's not a good decision. I think I regret the Shantoto green more than any other green. I was paid to green Caius, and
Yeah.
I hated him, and I still
Yep.
used him more than Shantoto. And so I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna touch Eldnarsh, but gotta green out of loyalty. What about you?
I need to use Eldnarsh in Dare to Defy, or Golbez in Gomez. I need to use Gomez, Adam's family, Gomez. I am kind of looking forward to Luna Freya. I just don't really know what she does. I know she has some stuff that's interesting, maybe. I don't remember. Or maybe she's not. Maybe she's overrated. But since I don't really know what she does, I think that she might be interesting. Core, I'm gonna go for because I really like Core in this game, and so I'm looking forward to his FR as well. But so I mean, power wise, I'm looking forward to Core, just because I don't remember what she does, and I think she has some interesting mechanics. Luna Freya, new characters are always fun. That's my answer for that. Yes, money does buy your freedom and our allegiance. That's how that works. Crush asks, who do you think will get the GL first FR, and why is it not Zidane? Mino.
Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no Final Fantasy Tactics or FF14 characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be.
Gotta have a costume.
It's gotta be
a
more recent FF. There's no way they're winning points with anything in the 2D era. Look how mad people were about Fusoya and Rubicante.
Yep.
It's gotta be waifu if possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna throw my vote to Aerith. Out of all the 3D waifus that don't have an FR yet, I think Aerith has the best shot.
I'm gonna go with Alize. Gotta get that Endwalker costume, mommy's costume. Not mommy like step on me mommy, but like her mom made the costume. Spoilers? Is that spoilers? Is that spoilers?
Wait, Aerith already has an FR? God damn it! I look like a fucking fool.
Oh yeah,
now.
no, Aerith gets an FR.
What the fuck? God damn it!
In October.
Then I don't know, because I think all the 3D heroines have FRs, right? Because Tifa has one, Renoa has one, Gardent has one.
Yeah.
Luna Freya has one.
Yeah. Cindy. GL first Cindy from Final Fantasy 15. RNA is getting hers soonish, like probably November.
Celis and Terra have their FRs. Hey,
Celis
they're out of big
one,
hitters. Like, I don't know who they're going to do the FR for.
Yuna's getting one. Yeah, so we really need. We got a Y'shtola FR possible. We got an Alize FR, Estinian GL first, Xenos GL first. We got to get some Final Fantasy 14 love here. They are really focused on. You got Rubicante, so. Oh, can we get all the fiends? We got all the characters from Final Fantasy Origins, whatever that game's called, Jack Ireland's game. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait for a GL first FR. That's gonna be so broken. Super fun. Bishop asks, what type of punishment, speaking of SNF, should Squex Joshua receive for not telling us about the new rank plate? Is that a GL first?
No. I think it was just a T10 thing.
So we got a new rank plate. Doesn't say it there. It is it's got a crystal and some kind of some baubles. I don't know what do you call this? The last one was platinum. This is aquamarine.
I think this was called Ultima.
Ultima. Oh, Ultima. Fancy.
I think it matches the max ultimate weapons, right?
Okay. So Dissidia NT Ultima rank color. Got it. So Ultima rank. Oh, does it? Does it? Yeah, you're right. It is kind of the same color as the Ultima weapons. Max rank Ultima weapons. Good eye. So what should Joshua receive? At 30 lashes? I mean, what kind of punishments do we give out these days?
Yeah.
Lethal injection? What's the worst thing that can happen to you in California? Like, what's the worst that they can do to me in California?
No, everything's already so terrible. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to buy own property anymore, Mark. Restaurants don't give us water unless we specifically ask for it because we're in a permanent drought.
How much do plastic bags cost in California? Yeah, like the worst punishment is just to be alive in California, trying to make it. That's the worst punishment. Jail in California actually real nice. Jail's real good, but just trying to make it, scrappy, like a writer. I'm a writer or an actress. Yeah. Good luck with that. Hopefully your OnlyFans kicks off because California's tough, man. No, I mean, Illinois is not great, so believe me, and it's cold here, so at least in California, you can be homeless year-round and probably not die from freezing to death.
That's why we have all the homeless, yeah.
Yeah. No, we got a lot of homeless, but, a lot of them die from freezing to death, so, yeah, and horrible conditions. But yeah, ton of the homeless. Great state to live if you don't have a home, which you can't afford because it's super expensive. Frog asks, you have to choose one. Which is it? Splurgus, Tree Void, or Kiwi? Is this like a kill, marry, fuck, or there's not really context for this question.
Yeah, choose one for what?
Like a date? Like
to kill? Like, I don't understand.
I mean to live with? Oh, choose one to live with. Well, Tree Void, obviously. Everybody check out Tree Void on YouTube. I could not live with Kiwi because his voice makes me want to stab myself with a fork.
Mark is COVID has made Mark so violent tonight. I don't know why. I just want everyone listening. He's the one taking these. I'm behaving. Mino is minding his own business and trying to be on his best behavior.
No, I love Kiwi. Props to Kiwi doing good stuff or did good stuff. He quit very shortly after Shinryu era started because it got real tough. So good thing he wasn't playing in GL. But yeah, his voice irritates me, so I wouldn't live with it. And Splurgus is a minor, so I don't. That seems. I got plenty of them in my house that I'm responsible for. I don't need any more of those. So yeah, if I needed a roommate, let's say my family died from the COVID, I think Tree Void definitely my pick. Amina, what's your pick?
Tree Void just barely. While Mark was talking, I flipped a coin for it, and Tree Void ends up the final answer, but just barely.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your questions. They were super awesome. Super awesome. Really good questions. Really appreciate all of you. Three-sided coin. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you have a three-sided
coin? Fuck you, Tree Void. A coin between Tree Void and Splurgus. I don't think. I think Splurgus. I want to say I don't mind him as much as others, but that's also because he's not on our server, so I haven't seen him recently or but like, he's just a kid, so a lot of this behavior is forgivable, guys. Like, it's okay to be a kid. Didn't we have a super young guy on our server recently that was hanging out there? Who was the one that posted graduation pics?
Yeah, you're right. Somebody did. They weren't annoying. Oh, Sleuth. Yeah, Sleuth. Yeah, Sleuth. Also very young. Graduation. Yeah. Not annoying, though. That's good. So, not all 17-year-olds are annoying. True. Some of them are. A lot. Children are children. No, yeah, be kids. That doesn't mean I want to live with them. I already do. And 2 of my 3 annoy me every single day. So, there you go. Well, friends, that's been... Stick around. We'll do some polls. But that's been episode 204 of the COVID Chronicles. I am your host, Mark. Mino's been here as well. We're so excited about Dare to Defy. And Joshua, if you're listening, yeah, definitely we want more of this. More of this.
I said this before. I think I really, really mean it. If Dare to Defy is not a permanent event, I'm going to pull so much less than I am right now. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, I've definitely invested way 100%. More resources and pulled more because of this event. But if you're telling me there's no lockouts moving forward, there's nothing making me pull, right? We all know Cam and Reno and some other of these early FRs can carry you far. And it's been so fun to be forced to use others that there's no way they're not making more money with Dare to Defy. When Monday comes and they don't fucking announce that Dare to Defy is at least back again for another trial period, they fucked up. There's no way this isn't a success.
True. It's true. Well, again, this episode has been sponsored by Manscaped. www.manscaped.com. TCC Pod for 20% off your order. Stick around for the post show. We'll see you next week, friends. Goodbye. All right. I don't think I need to take a break. I think I'm going to keep. Let's get some hype and chat for Reno FR. Remembering myself.
There was another question, but it didn't make it onto the main show. I was curious. This is specifically to you, Mark. Is that what ethnicity do you think would sing about chandeliers? What ethnicity is more likely to sing about chandeliers?
What?
What do you mean? Do you not understand the question?
Chandeliers, like...
Yeah, chandeliers. Okay. Like, have you heard of songs that have chandeliers in the lyric?
Yes, I know multiple songs with chandeliers in the lyric.
And most of them are sung by...
Europeans. White people.
I don't know.
The Phantom of the Opera is a European cast. They sing about chandeliers a lot.
I don't know.
Sia, isn't that song Chandelier? Isn't that Sia sings that? Or didn't she write that song?
Yeah, Sia sings Chandelier, and
She's white, right?
Yeah, well...
She's European.
Apparently that was not common knowledge.
Sia's... She's not American, but she's white, right?
Yes.
Oh no, she's Australian. Okay, yeah, I thought she was white, but not our white. I thought she was a different white. Yeah, she's Australian white.
White. What do you mean our white?
Like, American white. Like you gotta be European white. You got Australian white. You got American white. I mean, there's some African white, but we don't talk about those people. It's not the best. It's not the best of our group down there in South America or South Africa. Yeah. So
if you're listening, Goose, I admit I was wrong then, based on Mark's answer. So
what did you think? Who did you think was singing about chandeliers?
No. It's all right. This was just related to a conversation we were having earlier. By the way, I thought Sia was black. I don't know why, but I don't feel so bad.
Have you never seen her?
But I don't feel so bad because apparently there's a
She's
good amount
wrote
of
a
people.
Lot. She's wrote a lot of music.
Good amount of people who think Adele's black too. Apparently.
Wow.
So I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad.
It's 2022. Who's listening to music that hasn't seen people singing?
BC didn't know what Billie Eilish looked like until the fucking Twitch ads. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So clearly it's not that uncommon.
Billie Eilish also white. Yeah. So Adele English. She's from England, I believe, or maybe she's Welsh or something. But I'm pretty sure she's English. English white. Yeah. I now to Sia's credit, I believe she has written music for a variety of different people. Like, she's written a lot of music that she herself has not sung that may have been sung by people from different ethnicities, races, etc., nationalities. But she does cover her face, still clearly white. Like, very clearly white. She's also kind of weird. Not Bjork weird, but still a little weird.
Gaga weird, or?
Lady Gaga's not weird. No, I guess she did wear a meat suit one time. So, yeah, a little bit. She's eccentric, but she's not like Bjork eccentric. You know, she's just normal artist eccentric, you know. There you go. Wow, I do want to swing from my chandelier here, my chandelier. Yeah, no, I was thinking about the song from Phantom of the Opera because that's about a chandelier. A couple songs about chandeliers in that song, in that thing. Other than that, that's the only Bjork wore a swan meat is weirder. That's okay. That's fair.
I thought Lady Gaga was known in her early years.
Yeah, but modern Lady Gaga seems just like she's an activist. She does like Lady Gaga does extreme things, right? She does very outspoken, extreme things. But I feel like Lady Gaga herself, like if you were having a conversation with her, she's probably just a normal person. Like diva maybe, but you know, like still, like just a normal person. Bjork, I'm pretty sure is Bjork. Like, I don't think that's an act. I think Bjork is actually just weird. Like, pretty sure Bjork is on a different level of existence than most of us. Which is great. Yeah, Lady Gaga's great. Like her, bar torch or whatever that thing was. That's good stuff. Love Lady Gaga. I mean, she's no Tay-Tay, but you know, no one's perfect. Hey, let's pull. What are we pulling on? We're pulling on Reno. Now, I don't have to pull to 100,000 because you can get the Power Stones for 300,000.
Why do you have so many gems? Holy shit, the gap is widening.
I have 30,000 gems. I'm using gems on this banner. Wish me luck in chat. Wish me luck in chat. Hype in chat. For Reno FR. I don't need the BT, obviously, because why would I need a BT? I have everything else. I may not have ashes. Let me check before I say that. I do not have ashes LD. So can we get Reno's FR without pulling ashes LD? And if I get 300 G tokens without getting Ashes LD and getting Reno's FR, I will not get Ashes LD. There you go. Well, let's get some FRs. Thank you, Louis. Thank you. Ooh, Infamous Element. Sorry to hear that. Were you chasing the BT? What the hell does Cloud of Darkness FR do? I cannot recall. I know I researched it, but
something delay and something.
It's bad, isn't it? It's rough.
Delay and magic damage? I don't know.
So I barely have over 200 or over 1 million gems. I mean, it's hardly any.
No, you have do the math. What's 30 tickets? 30 tickets is significant.
100,000, 200, 300,000, 200,000, something like that.
I'm at like 180 tickets, I think. Actually, slightly under that, like 179 or 8, but basically you're like 50 tickets plus the 30k gems. 60 tickets, like that's significant. That's big. It's a huge thing.
Where's Cloud of Darkness? Let me just search names here. Cloud of Darkness. Here we go. Okay, did I get something? Oh, tell me, chat, if I get Ash LD, because I'm not paying attention. So let's no whammies. No Ash LD. I should have done something. What about Saban's Holy Enchant condition? I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Something about Ash? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. What's the context of that attack on my person? Yeah, you have to use small words. I have COVID. Where's the FR? FR. Where's the FR? It should look different, right? Here we go. FR. No HP. FR. Where the hell's the FR? EX. Oh, let me just press the freaking FR button. Okay. Increases brave damage. Let's see. Allows other characters. Okay. When party member uses a magic attack, off turns work. Not a lot of off turn magic attackers though, huh? This is Cloud of Darkness. When party member delays target, including break at the end of the turn. When party member delays target, excludes break at the end of turn. So yeah, so delays and magic attacks. Huh. Oh, how will I fulfill Saban's enchant condition without Ash? I won't use Saban, I guess. I'll live. I mean, I don't like I'll find a way to carry on with my life. Am I still missing Ferris LD too? I'm missing some good LDs, man. Missing some good LDs.
Yeah, you should have been pulling for every LD like Adrian.
I have been. I have been. I missed the last time. Maybe I did pick up Ferris. I'm not sure. But I know it was I know I'm down just to a couple. I'm missing very few LDs. Pull every FR like me. Are you really trying to pull every FR? Free Void, how's that going for you?
Free Void, he might be. Well, why else would he be so desperate to sell his fucking FRs?
Like, did you go? I don't know anything about your resources. Were you going into this era with a lot of gems and tickets, or are you just lucky, or like how's that working out?
Yeah, I think he was doing well. I think Nidre might be trying it as well. I've only skipped one FR so far, and that's been Desh.
Yeah, I don't have Dash, and I don't have Gabron.
You have everybody else?
I might be missing a couple.
Yeah, because I'm saying like
I have Kane, I have Kryl, I have Braska, I have Cam, I have Titus. Oh, I don't have Ursula. I have Terra, I have Fujin, I have Charlotta. So I'm missing Ursula, Gabran, Dash. I have every other one. So I'm just missing 3.
Yeah, Fujin? Oh, but you pulled her after the fact, right?
I have Fujin, yeah, maxed. Tree Void has 130 NF tickets. Okay, pretty good.
I think Todd's gonna be my next skip, finally. And then I'm not kidding.
Oh no!
Oh no, you got Ash's LD?
No, God, why? That's a lot of golds, man. Why, God, why? Why?
Are you gem pulling?
Yeah.
Damn, this is just unlucky that you haven't seen the FR yet, I think.
It took 760 tickets to get Terra's FR, so it's not been great for me. FR luck has not been super great.
You're still 2 full BT pities away from me, so you're fine.
Yeah, well, I'm not in danger of needing to pity any BTs anytime soon, so I'm pretty close to being able to token 6 BTs, I believe.
Hey, with the Charlotta Luna Freya argument, are you gonna get both?
What's the argument? Oh, I recall people saying, yeah, if you get you don't need Charlotta because you're going to get Lunafreya. For the life of me, I don't remember anything Lunafreya does. I thought she was a positional character. Is she not?
She has some turn manipulation. She has some.
Do people in Japan know really what? Do the English speaking Japanese players know what she does because they can't read?
I don't know about now. I do remember for a while after she came out, like a month or two, she does so much that nobody had it committed to memory because she has pain mechanics depending on where she is in the party. She's giving off auras. She has the turn manip. She has the enchants and the batteries, and then she has auras on top of that, including the BT aura. So I know that BC and Nidre were saying for a while that they use her for specific things, like they use her for the turn manip or the gauge charging, but they can never recall every single thing she does in the heat of the moment.
Well, so. I mean, I think Dare to Defy changes it, right? Because if you're running Camlina Tidus to beat everything, who cares? But if you need 21 usable characters and 7 usable FRs, then why not have Lunafreya and Charlotta? Like every month, if that's the thing going forward, that this Dare to Defy is going to be an ongoing 6 or 7 a month. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Nice. What?
Nice.
Was that 300? Oh, no, that was 280, so I can do one more.
280 is not bad.
You do one more for the Power Stones, right?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But also 280 is good.
280 is good. No, 300. Yeah, 300 tokens for 2 FRs now. Yeah, no. Perfect.
Yeah, that's significantly under 400 too. That's a good.
Yes.
This is a good result.
Trevoid says you just save 4 high power stones. That's the equivalent of selling a maxed FR.
Yeah, Trevoid, just pull dupes. Jesus, it's not that hard.
So now I can go into my 300 and I can get the power stones. Here they are. Is it 4? Yeah, 4 power stones. Yes. Nice. Cool. Switch to the post show here for any other interactions we want to have. Thank you all for that. Yeah, but Trevoid gifting. Trevoid gifted 20 more.
Oh,
Hold on. Oh, crap. You know what that means? That means we're at 42 subs today. Which means I gotta go back on. Son of a bitch. I don't even think I have Ash's high armor. I think that's how bad it is.
But you have a ton of blue resources. I don't think this is costing you anything.
I have 900 high guard tokens. I should just buy all. Do I have enough to buy all of them?
You should. Buy them all. Buy them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, 25. So 51. So I don't, right? No, I don't quite have enough for all of them. Not that I'm going to do that. Anyway, that's a terrible idea. But I will do Ash, since that was the deal. Ash's stupid dress. Her stupid face. And let's see, her armor. I mean, you can... I have not been... I have not been doing a lot of co-op. So my power-ups are limited. Because, I have not caught up on co-op at all. Nor do I plan to or care. But, what I will do is I will search for Ash's high armor, which I just bought. Thankfully, I've got so many of these gold orbs, the EX guard orbs, that it really doesn't matter. because I've never used those until this point in the game. So I have saved them for just a time as this. All right, I have 6 books. 6 purple books. 6 books. I think all of my favorite characters have blue armor, so I'm not shooting myself on the foot here. I got 6 books. How many Iggies do I got? I got 11 ingots. And there we go, 22 EX guard orbs. And Ash's blue armor. There you go. All right. Well, I got her stupid weapon, so let's do that too. I have so many EXs. Have you been selling your EXs, or
If they get FR upgrades, yeah. Why hold on?
no, not purple. I mean like dupe EXs.
Yeah, what the fuck? I've been selling them for years. What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, you know, hey, Lids 87 is rating with a party of 55.
No, we're just about to end.
We're just and just like normal, we're just about to end. We've had a 2-hour podcast. I pulled Reno FR. I was made to blue ashes. Hey, if you watch Lids and don't know who we are, we're the Crystal Chronicles. I'm Mark. That's Mino. We do a weekly podcast. This was episode 204. TCCpodcast.com for all those wonderful links. But yeah, so like, yeah, I keep extra EXs in case that I want extra spheres, right?
Why? You just went on a tirade today about,
and that's why I have all these. Look at all of these realized EXs that are extras. These are all extra realized EXs that I have not purpled for extra spheres yet, that I might want to have spheres someday for. But I don't do that because I don't usually
says,
care.
I'm the same way, Mark. Surprise, surprise. Huge fucking revelation. Who would have thought the insane, crazy hoarder hoarded other things? Like, I don't even know why you felt that you needed to say that. I assumed Tree Void didn't sell his EXs. I assumed Tree Void still has all his fucking LDs sitting somewhere.
Oh, okay, so I have sold my EX pluses that are maxed out and for BTs and all those kind of things. I sold all my LDs for a while. I hadn't sold any LDs. Reno is going to be maxed out here. Lids, were you pulling? I didn't see if Lids is on. Here you go. Hey. How's Parenthood, Lids? Great, isn't it? Are you sleeping? That never changes. By the way, it's great. Being a parent's fun. I got kids. All you people who don't know that, got 3 kids. They're older. They're not babies. They're not babies anymore. They're old. They're old hat. All right. Wow. Sleep is not a thing. Nope. Welcome to Parenthood. Welcome to Parenthood. It's great. My Ash. Let's just look at this for a second. My Ash has none of her boards. I have no boards for Ash. No boards. She's got blue armor now, though. No stupid glove for you. Blue armor, thanks to Tree Void. And the 40 subs. There you go. Summon board farm stream. I don't, maybe I have them. Like, it's hard for me to say. Because there are a couple characters I don't have boards for. There are not many, as you can see. Like, there's very, very few characters. Cabbage Patch is one of them. 7 apparently is one of them. Like, almost all of my characters have max summon boards. Besides, like, Lion, Prompto, Ash, Edgar, I just have to max. Like, I just have to do them.
Oh, dude, that's a lot of not max summon boards. What
No,
the
well,
fuck?
see, I got like, so Cypher and Edgar, I have the points. I just haven't done it. Yuri, Ferris, they have the points. I just have to upgrade them. Like, you see that? Like, I have the points. So it's really only 3 characters. Oh, no, Lion. Oh, no, Lion isn't. So, yeah, Lion, Prompto, and Ash. Those are the only 3 characters I have yet to basically fully summon board, master their summon boards. Yes, there are some treasure boards not even done. Yes, that is correct.
Disgusting.
That is correct.
Disgusting.
That
Be Lucky
is
has a question.
correct.
Be Lucky says, Mark, I've been keeping track of my resources and wondering if you count a pity as an FR drawn from gems. I'm confused by the question, but that is the question.
If you count a pity as a FR drawn from gem. Yeah, Be Lucky, can you rephrase that? I don't think we're understanding. So, like, in my spreadsheet, let me see if I can pull up my spreadsheet here. Where's my, see if I can do window, capture. So here's my spreadsheet, if you can see it on screen here. Yeah. Let's get in here. So I don't necessarily keep track of pities. So I just pulled on Reno with gems. I spent 75,000. So I would just put it there, and I got no BTs, 1 FR. Is that FR count? Oh, that's the BT count. So I got 2 FRs, no BTs. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know that that's a pity, because that's not an FR pity, because I didn't do 300, right? So.
Oh, I guess he's saying, like, at what point, what cutoff is the pity? The FR? Like, is 100k gems the pity?
Oh, yeah. So I pitied Charlotta's FR, so technically I didn't get an FR from a gem pull. Correct. Right, so you pitied the FR. I mean, I count that. I sometimes write a note that I pitied, right. So let me see if I have any notes here. Yeah, I mean, I wrote 400 G tokens, but I did get 2 FRs there. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just kind of keeping track of... Oh, I got a new LD for this, too. Super. New LD, super. 2 new LDs. Oh, that's exciting. I don't even know why I'm keeping track of that. That's a lot. A lot of PTs this month. But yeah, I guess as I go back and talk about it, yeah, if I do the put like Fujin, I mean, I would count that as a pity. I had to use. I did get it, I think, on close to the last, but I did pull it. So does that? If that helps, good, I guess. That's my exciting. So yeah, so Lion, Prompto, Ash. Oh no, Ash is fully. Yeah, I look at Ash is fully. I got all her stuff there. She's got points. Yeah, Ash has all her points, except for Odin. But I got. Oh, I guess I'll have to run her Odin because I don't have enough wild points. Didn't we get some? Don't we have some like weird currency that you can use wild points on?
Nope.
Are you sure? Yeah,
Pretty
no.
sure it's just the board.
No, there isn't there some weird currency we got like one time? Yeah, these chocobo token things I've never spent. Yeah, you can use those for wild points, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Did you spend these things?
I think I might have gotten fucking crystals or some shit. Let me check.
Yeah, so I think if I use these things for wild points, I think I can pretty much max everybody. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow in my COVID quarantine.
Damn, are you gonna spend all this extra time on FF14 now? But how do you quarantine for 2 weeks still?
No,
Or 1 week?
No, I think it's 5 days from day 0, and then five days quarantine and 5 days mask in public.
That's it?
Yeah, I think that's what the recommendations.
That doesn't sound enough, but okay.
We did call our doctors, and that was the current recommendation. So, hopefully, I will not test positive. But interestingly enough, myself and my 2 boys have it. My daughter and my wife do not have it. So, who knows? Thankfully, my wife and my daughter don't have it because it's much, much more unpleasant if my wife is sick, and we certainly don't want my daughter to get sick. She's got big surgery coming up here next month, so don't want her to get sick. Why get crystals when you can farm them?
Because I don't want to farm.
COVID taking out the patriarchy. Sure is. It sure is. It sure is. Fade into gaming. It's funny you asked. The only reason we know we have COVID is because a couple days ago, my son got home from baseball practice, and he's like, my youngest son, and he's like, Mom, what does it mean when you can't taste anything? And so my wife freaked out because she's a pediatric nurse. So she freaked out, and she immediately tested him, and he came back positive. And so we waited overnight, and then we tested everybody in the morning, and him, myself, his brother tested positive, and that, and then, my wife and my daughter did not. So, DK Pow says that recommendation is assuming the person is vaccinated and up to date on their booster. Yes, my entire family is vaccinated and boosted. Correct. But no, I have not lost my sense of taste and smell. My only issue has been I've had just sinus stuff, which I would normally have sinus stuff this time of year. With the corn mold, I usually get sinusy, so sinus drainage. And so I got a cough. Obviously, you've heard throughout the show, although it's been not too bad recently. I've been sucking on cough drops and drinking water.
Yeah, more energy than I thought you would tonight.
Yeah, no, I've not been. I'll sleep well tonight, and I'll sleep in the morning. But other than that, I'm not. And I've really not had a ton of caffeine. Normally, I drink like pop during the show. I've had a Bai antioxidant fusion and a bottle of water. So, points. Multiracial line says points.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
You can get enhancement points. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you can buy enhancement points with these things.
But I thought we mathed it out that if you always get the pass, you're never gonna come close to running out of points. I don't know.
Yeah, you can get enhancement points with the gold ones, not with the silver ones. Speaking of enhancement points, which I've been spending liberally, let's look where I am. Since Ash does not have her boards, let's upgrade Ash here. I have 686,000 enhancements points. So am I in danger, of running out of enhancement points anytime soon?
I don't know why you have so many more than me. What the fuck? Why? How?
I don't
know. Are you not maxing everybody?
I max a lot of people.
You probably didn't fully force enhance most people.
I have fully forced enhanced everybody who I've got. I can tell you who I've fully forced enhanced. The only people I do not have maxed, their boards maxed, are people I don't have LDs for. So let me look. I can tell you. So we're scrolling down quite a ways here to get to the bottom. Leon, Sid, Jegrin, Gao, Ferris, Yuri, Cypher, Edgar, Lion, Prompto. So 10 people, 10 of the 158 I do not have boards maxed, or regular enhancement boards maxed. But yeah, in terms of force enhance, I have. Is there a way to tell who's force enhanced? Is there a way to sort force level? Yeah, here we go. So I have Kane, Terra, Fujin, Titus, Orin, Braska, Camlina, Machina, Sherlotta. So I have 9 people fully force enhanced, and then a whole bunch at 10. Like a lot of people at 10. Not everybody yet, but I mean everybody I've used in content. So 3, 6, 9, 12 more people at force level 10. How many people do you have at 30?
I don't know, a good amount. Because
I only have 9.
I think I've got like 7 pyramids and no shards. So
I have. How many pyramids and shards do I have?
You've got like 11 pyramids and 30
I have
shards.
11 pyramids and 30 shards, yep. But I'll upgrade Reno tonight, I guess.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that too.
Tree Void is at 13 and 30, so
Tree Void's a fucking hoarder. I don't understand. You have to acknowledge, TV, you're not playing normally. Please stop telling people to sell.
Jarath has 768 enhancement points.
Yeah, I bet have a ridiculous amount.
I bet somebody's got 1 million. Like almost all the characters. Like I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. Like these, I don't have LDs for, or I don't have. Well, I guess I must have LDs for some of these characters. I don't know. I don't know. That's something to look at. You know, now that I have some time to play with this game. I got some work to do tomorrow. How do you get more enhancement points? Absorb asks. By doing missions. Let me go back to the show here. As you can see, every event, every mission. So if I go to Intersecting Wills, you have the potential to get what, 10,000 or 5,000 with a free with no pass.
No pass is 5K. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have no pass, no Mog pass, you can get 5,000 per event. So you can see Reno's Intersecting Will. It says 30,000 for me. That's because I have the premium pass. If you have the free pass, it's 10,000. If you have the premium pass, it's 30,000.
Fade into gaming. You can still buy enhancement points. I believe they're like permanent monthly items. And also, I'm pretty sure Absorb was asking, how do you get more points? And the answer is to pay. And then he says he's free to play, so probably never.
Yeah, so you get 5,000 per event. And you use them wisely. Carflow got close to 850 before Shinryu.
I forgot that I took quite a few months off of Premium Pass, so. Yeah. But I still feel like I'm never going to run out, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be running out anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, if you can afford the base Moogle Pass once even, and you can grind all the current content for that month, then yeah, you know, that will help build up some.
Do you know when they will raise it from 5K for free to play players? Not 8 months from now.
Yeah, that's the gatekeeping. That's
free
called
version of
yeah. If you are a free to play player, you have to manage your resources much more carefully. Yep, that's just part of the game, man. You can play this game very, very effectively as a free to play player, but you just have to be much more careful about how you spend your points.
Yeah, you just don't get to max things.
Yeah. No, you can max, a couple of characters a month, but yeah, as you really got to be discerning when it comes to that as a free-to-play player.
Well, one thing I got to say, because I brought up that Reddit thread of the guy who was complaining that he only played for 3 or 4 months and he's quitting now because he's hitting a wall in resources, because he's saying every event I get 5K and they cost 23K. They cost 23K when you're building from scratch.
Yes.
And the concept is when you play over time, every time the character comes back, you're not you already paid in some, right? So you're paying less and less. So the more you play, the more you stick to the game, the more it builds up. But yeah, if you're like 3-4 month old account, you really have to pick and choose, right? Like that's just it.
Yeah, no, and that's, I mean, that's the same in any free to play mobile game, right? I mean, some are just not playable for free to play players. Like some are there is a lot of free to play mobile games, gotcha games, where if you are free to play, you will not complete all the content. You will not compete in content if it's PvP. And you certainly will not get everything, and you may only be able to get things once or twice. Like you are just going to be super, super limited in what you get. This is a game that's not like that, where you can get a lot of things and really build them up. So, I mean, it is a lot different than a lot of free-to-play games, that's for sure. That being said, you have to be discerning. And this, you know, there's been a lot of parts in this game where you haven't had to be discerning, and you've been able to get through you've been able to complete everything with very limited resources. But obviously, this era has changed that a little bit, and now it's a little bit more difficult. And that's why some people are definitely a little bit more put off about this era too, because they've been used to doing everything, they've been used to maxing everything, and now it's always, I mean, it was like that in the X era, it was like that in like anytime there's a transition, it's like that. So if this is your first transition as a free to play player, then it hits a little harder for sure.
All right. Anything else, Mark?
I think that's it. Thank you all. Have a great one. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Good luck on your Reno pulls. Hopefully you don't got it a lot cheaper than I did. And we'll see you next week for the end of this month and talking about